when you're starting and everyone is like, so how much money can I make on YouTube? How much money can I make on Insta? Nina, nini. I'm like, when they're asking me that, I've not even made a G from like even my videos themselves.
And as a Gen Z, what investment approaches have you taken?
I invest in myself.
I knew it. I knew that investing in yourself would be number one. If this is your first time running into my page or my face, my name is Babs, a budgeting coach. And I do content around personal finance, mainly budgeting. And this is a new segment that I'm starting on my channel. And I am going to be bringing in different guests from different places of the country of Kenya. And I mean, coming to showcase their different talents, mainly to speak about career and their personal finance journeys. So today is episode 2, and we have Mikel with us. So without any further ado, I would like him to introduce himself and tell us a little bit about him and what he does.
Wagwan Nairobi, Wagwan Kenya, Wagwan team, Mikel on. I used to use that back in my YouTube days. Anyway, yeah, my name is Wakubwa Miguel. That's how I go by on social media. But the name is, real life is Miquel Wakubwa. So it's just inverted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We didn't actually, my manager and myself, we didn't think it was your real name. We thought
Everyone,
it was your stage
everyone
name.
says that. Everyone says that. Then they think like I'm called John, G, Kevin. Hey. Nah, Miguel.
Thank you for being here, and thank you for accepting
Thank
our
you for
request
having
for
me.
being our second guest. So very
Second
special.
is the best. I'll repeat that. Second is the best. Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about you. You are multifaceted. So
Thank you. I like that term. Yeah. So I do a lot of things here and there in my day-to-day, behind the scenes, offline. I'm a product manager in the tech and finance space. I'm a content creator, and I'm also an entrepreneur.
Oh,
Biashara hapa na pale.
Okay, I didn't know about the third one. Okay, thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
So, of course, I always say how I know the person. So, I know Mikel from social media, and he is among the very few content creators who accepted my invite. So, kudos to that. He's very kind. So,
Thank you.
yeah. So
I told you, second is the best.
I know. I was very impressed. Very
Yeah.
impressed. And he's not small, so check him out on his social media.
Thank you.
Please do. Yeah. We will link his pages here. But yeah, so what does a product manager do?
It's an interesting question. I don't think there's any product manager who can answer what they do straight on.
Oh, really?
Basically, it's like firefighting every day because there's something up with the product, either if it's legal or commercial or something like that. But what a product manager does in my space is there's a product itself that you're the one who's handling it. So you look after the financials, you look after the tech, you look after the customer. So basically, you're a mini CEO. You know how you'll report to the CEO and be like, this is how we're doing, blah, blah, blah. So product managers literally manage like the whole portfolio or of the product. Yeah. So if you're doing it from a tech perspective, you are, I want to say it in charge, in quotes, because you're not really in charge of the developers, but you guide them. It's easier when you're able to guide them in terms of, okay, this is what you do. We need to build the product to look this way. So please code it, how you can. Yeah. So that's what a product manager does.
Okay.
Entirely, literally everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So interestingly, I don't know if you're comfortable to share. So who are your stakeholders in your day-to-day?
In
You
my-
said developers. Who else are your other stakeholders?
We have developers. We have customer service. We have guys in the different branches. We have finance.
Oh,
We have marketing. Literally, this is a whole team.
Yeah.
And you're the middle person connecting all these people, making sure they're talking. Everyone is talking sense.
Okay.
Yeah, for a marketing person to be able to communicate to the developer, yeah, you need to be there in the middle so that you're able to translate to these people. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. So for the young people who may wish to become product managers, yeah, all the questions will be asked today. And content, how did you get into content?
So I've always wanted to be an actor, interestingly, an actor and a model.
Oh, okay.
And I started, the first ad that I did was a modeling job. The first time I got paid, I can't forget. It was November 23rd, 2013. Oh, my folks came for me late at night. It was actually a Safaricom ad. And that's the first time I got paid. I remember I was number 64.
Oh,
So I
wow.
was like, I got cash money. I was like, yeah, I need to do this. Then I went for auditions and I was like, oh, I think I need to create my brand. So I was like, let me start content. Then
Mhm.
that will be a stepping stone to bigger things.
Oh, and how long have you been doing content creation for?
I joined social media in 2017.
What?
Can you imagine? Like,
He's an
yeah,
OG guy. I didn't
like,
even know that.
I joined social media in 2017.
What?
Then started YouTube. No, yeah, because I was not on social media before.
Yeah.
I wanted to be like Jay-Z. I like making this joke all the time. I wanted to be
Yeah.
like Jay-Z. You know how Jay-Z has like influence and he's not online? That's
Mhm.
what I wanted to be. Then I was like, oh damn,
Kenya ni wapi?
Kenya ni wapi? Mwalimu wa math hapa ni wapi? So I was like, okay, let me just create my brand. So I
Okay.
started on Insta
Mhm.
with like street style content,
Oh.
fashion, then went to YouTube, then moved back to Insta and
Mhm.
TikTok.
So you've pivoted quite a bit with your content as well.
Yeah. I was really personal out there. Like vitu ziliko huko nje.
Ah.
Then I was like, no, I don't want that. So I
Mhm.
decided to make the content a bit not too much of my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know that. So impressive, very
Thank you.
impressive. And content creation is not a space where men really are in plenty, and you do a bit of lifestyle as well. So that's quite commendable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. I saw your recent brand deal with yeah.
With
how
ni
do you get
wengi. Unajua labda ni wengi.
those? Tell us. How do they reach out to you? Do you reach out to them? How does it work?
You know, interestingly, most of my brand deals, they've reached out to me.
Wow.
Yeah, so I thank God a lot for that
Mm.
because it's someone who's watched the content,
Mhm.
then shared it to the agency handling the brand, and they're
Mhm.
like, Miguel is a good fit for that.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wow, I love that. So
Hi-
literally, I got a call. They're like, hi,
Yeah.
I'm from so agency. I want to put you on a campaign.
Mhm.
Which one are you talking about? The
CeraVe. You've done quite a
okay,
few
okay.
of
Yeah. The
CeraVe.
skin glowing,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In moisturizing.
Yes, but it's not the only one you've done. I've seen another one before.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't post that on TikTok a lot though. TikTok is
Oh,
just talking, yeah. IG is where that's where I put the bag.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, okay. And entrepreneurship, tell us about that.
So I'm also a consultant.
Okay.
Yeah, this is in the IT consulting and
Mhm.
digital marketing.
Mhm.
So I help consult for a couple of agencies
Okay.
and companies who are
Mhm.
looking. This is mostly SMEs, not really
Mm.
big companies,
Mhm.
who want to be active on social media, what to post. I'm coming in as a consultant for their marketing.
Mhm.
Yeah, and also now for IT systems. This
Mhm.
is UI UX design,
Mhm.
website design. I think everyone is doing websites these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, building systems, mobile applications.
Mhm.
So that's what we do on there.
And they said,
Yeah.
okay, hustle culture, yeah, Kenya is
we,
embodied in
we
you.
have to
Yeah. Do you
I
think
like
money is your driver for all these things, or it's passion? Because it sounds like also you're passionate about some of these things that you're doing, or is it
it's
money?
both. Let me say
Okay.
the truth, it's both.
Okay.
Yeah, I like telling my friends that that Range Rover won't buy itself, that Porsche won't buy itself. I love cars a lot, so it won't buy
Yeah.
itself. You have to put yourself out there.
If you follow him, yes, you know he loves cars. He's always
I
posting
love
about cars.
cars. I love cars. My God. Yeah.
Oh my God. So which generation are you in, by the way? I've tried to guess it so many times, but I've never been able to. I always assume you're Gen Z. I even told my
I
manager
am.
you're Gen Z.
I actually am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
At least
think
I
maybe
got
it's
it
how I
right.
put myself.
Yeah, you also
So
have
you can
millennial
I
vibes
have millennial vibes, but I'm actually
sometimes.
like a Gen Z.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
like there's a time he posted that he
Mm?
was in the office on a weekend, and I was like, this is not Gen Z energy at all. You
We,
threw me off with that
we were
one.
securing the bag. They're securing the bag,
Hustle culture.
Hustle, you gotta hustle.
Yeah,
That's why.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, what are if I could ask for my young people out there
Mhm.
who want to get into product management, what do the salaries look like? Entry level, experienced? Of course, generic like ranges. Does it pay? Does it not? How does it look like?
Product pays.
Okay.
It pays.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think it's also because it's very stressful.
Oh.
It pays.
Uh-huh.
Now, the unfortunate thing is the entry into product management.
Mm-hmm.
There are not a lot of entry jobs for product managers.
Mm-hmm.
They actually want a product manager who's experienced.
Oh.
Yeah. So what happened is the different companies I used to work for before, I, Kerere, I was like, I'm handling this, but I also want to learn about product. So I did certifications, courses, nini, then implemented whatever I learned to the company. And that's how I created like a role for product. Went with it, joined other product groups, like the one I'm telling you, you're going to have like a meeting after this.
Yes.
Then from there, once now you build the experience, now it's easier. So you can just do it for a while. Then now start applying for the jobs where they're like, we need you to have 3 years experience, because there are few companies where I've seen they're hiring, we call them associate product managers or assistant product managers. It's a few companies. Most just want you're a PM instant. So in terms of entry, I'd say try learn. If you're in a company that has a product manager, you're lucky. So you're good to go. Just try kuwafuatilia, then you'll be in a good space. If they don't have, try join the groups that this happens. Then learn also on your job. So look at where you work. There's this thing where people say don't go above and beyond for where you work.
Yeah.
I agree, but also disagree. Because
Again,
it depends.
another Gen Z conflicting thing
Yeah,
that I'm getting from you.
Yeah, because because it's a thing. It's like you start somewhere, then be like, how they say, first you learn, then you earn.
Yes.
You get? You can't just earn immediately.
True.
We don't want it to work that way, but Kenya tricks.
Yeah.
So it's like learn first, then you earn. So that's what I'd say. In terms of payment, they do pay well.
Okay.
People start off well. Well, people are okay. I don't say too much if they're okay or not, but people are okay.
Are comfortable, as Kenyans would say.
Yeah, because also it's really. How many times have you gone somewhere and someone's told you they're a product manager?
It's very rare, to be honest. Yes.
Yeah. Because it's like, it's not entirely new, but it's also new. Like there's not a lot of product guys in Kenya, but you'll find them mostly in financial institutions and tech.
Yeah. And I'd also like to say, I think product managers are different in different industries, because for me, I'm in manufacturing and chemical industry. A product manager is very different from a tech product manager. So
what do they do there?
In a product in tech, we do manage a product management and everything, but we are kind of the people who, or maybe it's the same. We make sure we get information from the market to know what they need.
It's the same.
Oh, it's the same.
It's the same. It just varies on like the industry. So it's what you'll do in tech, there's what you'll do in
manufacturing. Yeah.
There's what someone, maybe a product manager in healthcare will do.
Yeah. Oh, but they're cousins. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've spoken about experience. So, but in terms of educational background, what do you think the papers somebody needs? You said the certifications, but like in university, what can somebody study to get into product management, for example?
So I did IT in school. I did BBIT.
Oh,
so
okay.
Business and IT. So it's easier
Yes.
for me actually to be in like a business and tech space because I understand both sides, both languages. But in terms of what they would have done in uni,
it doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters because if you did, let's say you did medicine, and now they need like a product manager in the medicine field, you're better placed than me because you understand what the medicine world entails, right? So I think a product manager, you actually need to be very adaptable. My boss likes saying agile.
Oh,
you need to be agile. Yeah, exactly. Because things are always changing every time. You need to move. So I think you can even be in any industry.
Oh, wow.
Nitakuongelesha tuone manufacturing kuna kaje. Uko wanalipa watu aje.
Wanalipa poa. I'm not going to deny.
I wanna know. Naonanga watu manufacturing wakitoka na pajeros and TXs. Yeah, we need to talk on the side. Tuongee nyuma ya tents.
Yeah, so that's something we have a commonality there. So I think me and Mikel are both very multifaceted. We wear many hats.
Yeah.
So work-life balance
and glasses too. I can also see glasses. You also wear many glasses.
Yes.
Niveles Java.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you don't even like wearing them. Most of the time, he doesn't have them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. So how does the work-life balance look like? And you said that it's very crazy already working in that space.
Yeah.
And maybe I could also add, what are the challenges of that role for the young people out here who
Mm,
may want to get into that space? What are the things they should be looking forward to?
So in terms of work-life balance, I feel like it's good,
Mhm,
especially when you work in an established company.
mhm,
It's a bit better. Now for me, it's a bit different because I'm working, I'm doing content. You're doing different things. So the work-life balance there can sometimes become like a challenge,
mhm,
especially because sometimes I'm leaving work, then I'm shooting content at night
mhm.
because I need to post it the next day. You need to edit, you need to do that. So it gets tricky, but I think sometimes it's priorities. You just put it in terms of priorities. Like I want to grow career-wise.
Mhm.
Um, we're on a money podcast. I want to grow the money.
Yeah. Secure the
So you want to
bag.
secure the bag. These days you don't chase.
We
If you chase something,
attract.
it's running away from you.
Yeah.
So we are just securing. Yeah. Ikaena sisi.
Ah, that's a good one. I'll
Yeah.
borrow that.
Yeah, please. Yeah, so work-life balance. It's
Mhm.
it's there. Let me just say it's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can't say that you're struggling, you're comfortable again.
Sometimes
Yeah.
comfortable,
Mhm.
sometimes it's just a mess. Like I
Okay.
have my laptop with me here.
Oh dear.
Literally have my laptop with me
Yeah.
here. Yeah, because there's that, so in product, you also deal a lot with customer complaints,
Oh yes.
So
Yes.
sometimes if it's a system thing,
Mhm.
people are coming to you.
Mhm.
They won't necessarily go to the developers.
Mhm.
Maybe they don't even have access to them.
Mhm.
So it's you.
Mhm.
You're the face. Literally, it's like product near Miguel. So ebu muulize ni maswali.
Yeah. Why is it
So
not working?
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
sometimes you're really putting out fires almost every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you enjoy about it?
The versatility of it.
Mhm.
You're doing different things every day. You know how
Mm.
you get people say like it's like they're monotonous.
Mhm.
Every day they're just doing this.
Mhm.
Literally, apart from like maybe the goals or something like KPIs,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to be doing on Monday.
Wow. Yeah. There's
You
no
get?
monotony. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
very rare in a role,
and it's
actually.
good, and that's really good. So some days you're just there and it's so boring.
Mhm.
The other days you're like Tuesday I met some cinema guys,
Mhm.
like Hollywood. I'm like, how did I get here? So it's cool because
Mhm.
now you're doing different things every day.
Mhm.
That's a positive of the role.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what about content? Like, how would you advise somebody to? I would say, like, now that you're making money from it,
Mm.
and surprise is an OG. So yeah. So how would you advise someone who wishes to get into content and make money? Okay, both sides. So somebody trying to do it like us, part-time or
Yeah.
full-time. What advice would you have for someone getting into content?
Mm, that's a good question because
Yeah.
it can be answered in different ways. I don't know
Yes.
someone who's doing it full time.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who's doing it full time, so I don't know how to answer it in that direction.
Okay, true.
But this is what I'm always telling people when they want to do content: forget the money first, because you need to build an audience. You need to offer value.
Mhm.
Once that is there, that's when you'll see the money.
Mhm.
Because I've seen a lot of people like, hey, I started a bit back there. Si kitambo sana, imagine. Just yeah. So like when you're starting and everyone is like, so how much money can I make on YouTube? How much money can I make on Insta? Nina, nini. I'm like, when they ask me that, I've not even made a G from like even my videos themselves.
Yeah.
But I think it's how people correlate fame and money.
True.
Ati, this person has so much followers. Umse ako na do. It doesn't work that way.
Mhm.
But I don't think that's something creators really talk about.
Mhm.
So it's like create the value first, create the audience, and from there, now you can make the money. So that's my first advice for people is why you're doing the content. For me, I'm doing the content to educate and entertain.
True.
Genuinely, that's all my content. I love entertaining people and just educating and motivating. And it's just inspiring, just even through my life,
Yeah.
So as I'm able to do that, then I create the content, you give value to people, the people follow. Then now when you're going to a brand, you're like, okay, at least I have something,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, interesting. So let's pivot a little bit. Have you ever been broke? He's talking like someone who's had the money all the all through
Amen,
his
amen,
life.
amen. I saw that meme that says, hii pesa watu wanasema niko nayo, inifikie. Like inifikie, you know?
Yes.
To answer that question, broke is relative.
True. So broke to you. How does broke to you look like? Yeah.
Sitaki kuongea sana. Keri wanaweza kuwa nasikiliza.
Yeah.
Let me say I've been blessed.
Given that he's a Gen Z, by the way, so he's not that old.
Let me say, like, I've been blessed to come from a good place,
Mm-hmm.
and also just through my actions, my ambition, my dreams, I'm also able to be in a good place and looking to be in a better place.
How long did it take to get your first job? Did you tamak a lot?
No.
There is our answer, people.
Like the first job was actually during COVID time. Like I actually got the job. 2 weeks later, COVID is there.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was supposed to be in Europe that time.
Yeah.
Then I think COVID now was really big there.
Yeah, they were blocking.
So they shut down, and now the whole squad was like, guys, we're not traveling. I felt so sad. We're supposed to do like different countries. Then I was like, you know what? I'm available for the job. That's when I started. That was in 3rd March.
Oh, wait, you mean you wanted to do a Euro trip?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're traveling for work. Oh.
No. Just going to do like the trip then.
Ah, yeah. The gap year.
Yeah,
Euro trip
like
thing.
just go enjoy life.
Jibambe. Ah, nice. Okay.
Kumbe, COVID had plans. COVID was like, you thought.
But have you done it now after? Or not yet? Or life happened?
Not yet, imagine. I'm always just moving around the country.
Yeah.
And maybe the continent. But not yet done it.
Oh, okay.
I look forward to doing it.
Yeah,
I see people
do
like the tours and travel approach influencers
to
go abroad.
Yes.
I'm ready, guys.
Oh, you want to be a digital nomad?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, he's ready to be approached.
Yes, please. Also
the opportunities.
Also approach the podcast. Tunaweza shuti by the tukiwa Monaco.
Yes.
Na Mauritius, you never know.
Yes. I mean, anyway. But clearly, like something we can clearly hear from you is money influences a lot of
a
you.
lot
of your the path that you're walking.
There's this UFC fighter. He says, I want to make a lot of money, then tell people that money is not important. Okay? So first, let me make money, then I'll tell you that it's not important.
Yeah.
But I'm not telling you that when I don't have a lot of it yet. So
okay. And as a Gen Z, what investment approaches have you taken?
Number 1, I invest in myself.
I knew it. I knew that investing in yourself would be number 1.
But I do.
But it's true. It's true. I agree.
I invest in myself a lot. So some like this could be in terms of my experiences, the courses that I do. Me and Udemy tunakwanga hivi. Like I'm always like right now I'm doing something about cybersec and cloud computing. So me tunakwanga, that's investment number 1. Number 2 is the people around me. I generally love vibrating with people vibrating on the same energy that I'm also in. It's really important for me because we inspire each other. True. When you talk, you're like, so people do that. Wow, nice. So not all the time just wasting time or here and there. What else? I know you want me to start talking about bonds, insurance policies. Hizo ni important, lakini...
Oh, okay. The Gen Z's back. The Gen Z's in the room with us.
But yeah, we also have those here and there.
Yeah.
Insurance policies, the bonds thing, also just saving in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, then spend kidogo kwa, guilty pleasures.
Okay. No, it's good to have a diversified portfolio, but yeah, I think you need to talk to me on the side. We build your portfolio nicely. For your we save for retirement, even though it's not in
nishaanza.
Of course. Yes.
You don't know Gen Z want to retire by 30? Like...
Why work fast?
Why work? Unataka kwa ofisi huko na watu wako 42 wanakasirika. Wamekasirika sijui nini.
Oh my God. Actually, now that you've said that, how is the work with the generations in your space? In content too? How is working with the different generations? Gen X, boomers? For content,
I've not experienced anything negative. Because I think all of us, people say that people in content creation are weird. So if you're calling if they decide to call me weird and they don't know how old and they're also talking to their phones, wanapeana story, we're all weird, So they have not, in content, I've not experienced anything. Now in work, the workplace is now where sometimes you get to feel it, because someone is like, why is this 20-something-year-old trying to tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Because they have my age as their experience, So for me coming in with this special set of skills, being like, okay, we can do this and this. So sometimes you get friction, but mostly it's not been bad for me. Yeah.
So how do you get buy-in? In the corporate world, they say, how do you get buy-in from your stakeholders? How do you get them to trust you?
Building connections.
Okay.
That's really, for anyone who wants to go into product management, connections is so important, especially like just that rapport is like, you're the middleman in everyone, to everyone. You have the CEO, you have the CFO, you have all departments. So there in the middle, it's like now you're like, okay, guys, we have to talk. Like we just have to talk for the product to move, for us to go to the market, for us to get clients. So that's the number one, just that rapport, even if it's like a one-on-one. Unatoka tu hapo mnaenda na ule mzee, nasema tena tukunywe chai, man. And you talk, and now you're like, okay, you have that. It's like an open door policy, at least, that now you can now approach each other. Yeah, it's easier that way.
No, that's good, really good advice. And that's you've mentioned networking. He's mentioned networking several times. And I think as young people, we do need, your network is your net worth, as they say. So you use it, you leverage on it within your
the
work
workplace and also outside.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that. Yeah. And it's very important as you're developing and growing. Yeah. So what advice would you have for young people? How do you secure this network of people outside? Within your organization, fine, it's easier. But like now outside, reaching out to people.
Outside is number one, out of your comfort zone. You really have to be, it's so uncomfortable till it gets comfortable.
Okay.
You get? Like,
yeah. But if I have to guess, I think you're an extrovert. So you're speaking from a privileged.
Do you know, interestingly, I'm not fully an extrovert.
No way.
Yeah.
You're an ambivert.
Yeah. I genuinely vibe with, there are rooms you'll find me and I'm so quiet. Even at work, they're always like, this guy's so quiet. Because I talk when I have something to say.
Yeah.
Then when I'm outside now with my friends, yeah, chairman, I'm that guy. But then now you find me in other rooms and I'm like, if I don't know the people too well, I think it's also because they're just like reading the room. So you'll find me quiet. Then after some time now I start talking, because now I've been like, okay, ule ndio akona kelele sana, ule apendi akiongeleshwa. So it's like a balance. But yeah, mostly I don't think I'm fully extroverted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, interestingly.
Yeah,
because everyone says I'm an extrovert.
You should have seen how he checked in here like a politician. The politician who was here was calmer than Mikel. I'm like, okay, who's the politician here?
That's my alter ego.
True, you're Sasha Fierce. You're Beyonce.
Beyonce. But unajua watu wataanza spiritual stuff za Sasha Fierce. So mimi ni mimi tu.
It is me, myself,
it's just me, myself, and I. Yeah.
Okay. So what advice would you have for young people with networking? Because networking is not easy.
The first thing is really know what you want. You can't know what you want 100%, but figure out what you want in terms of where do you want to go. If it's content-wise, if it's career-wise, see if you have people you can attach yourself to. And they don't have to be, first of all, everyone wants to attach themselves to CEOs, yeah? But how many people do you think CEOs have to tell no? Because everyone is just trying to get to them, right? True. So one approach is use the people around you. Talk to the guys maybe you're working with, talk to the guys in your space. See someone who's doing, good. Try to attach yourself to them. See what makes them special. 100% is always the work ethic. That's what Maze separates everyone, know. And work ethic is just, we'll talk about it some other day. But yeah, so get to attach yourself to people closer to you. Then from there, once it feels a bit easy and comfortable for you, move now to an external. So join groups and then in Pande Mountains, that way you're still talking, like it's so interesting. Even the gym, it's so cool because sometimes in the gym, I'm always like, with this is a CFO of which company?
Yeah.
And we are talking, and now we're like boys, and like, hey, sis, we go choma
Mhm.
something. I'm like, am I dealing with ABC's, company CFO? And I'm like, wow, mtu unajua watu wanamwogopa huko kwao. But now you see you have that rapport, and now you can ask. So one thing I've also realized is I'm big on mentorship.
I was about to ask you if you have a mentor.
Yeah, I'm big on mentorship. And one thing I've realized about old people, they want to help us young people.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we are talking different languages. So they want us to listen to them. But unfortunately, I think maybe it comes with the youth in us, where you're like, apana, mi najua.
You don't want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're able to try be humble and listen, these guys can offer you so much wisdom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a year, 10 years work, you can do it in 5. Because they can be like, so this is what I'm thinking. Go study this, then go do this, then jump from here to here. But now you're not really listening. So that's there. Yeah. But also go for sensible older people. Mtu mwenye pia amefanya kitu na maisha yake, not just anyone. Yeah.
No, that's true. And also with, of course, you, as you said, where you're planning to go, you don't start targeting the CEO of, I don't know, a manufacturing company, and you're looking to go into finance.
Exactly.
You have to leverage on what you're
Yes.
actually trying to do.
Yeah.
And I like the commonality. Find a commonality with that person within your network, and that's a good one as well.
Yeah.
No, that's very nice. And funny thing, people always say, I don't know if it's the same for you guys where you are, but where we are, that's why you always have an entertainment allowance, because you know it's different when you're negotiating like in the golf course or like in
Mnasikia watu wako na entertainment allowance.
no, but it's how you
But I
even
get
yeah, how you get buy-in easier than in a boardroom. You
Okay,
can get
that's
the
true.
deal signed
Yeah.
easier outside
Yeah.
then, yeah. And those
Just
are
be
the
human.
yes.
And
Yeah,
that's
it's
true.
quite nice. And also, as Mikel, one thing I also want to big up Mikel is even as you're networking peer to peer and also maybe thought leader, you also need to be available. The same way you want help, you also need to be willing to give help to people when they ask you.
You're
I don't know,
correct.
in this
You're right.
space, there's a lot of takers, especially in content as well. Like people,
Not even just in this space, in the world.
yeah, like
The world
everyone
has
is
a lot
just
of
taking
takers.
from you, and they don't. And I mean, it's a give and take.
Yeah.
It's a quid pro quo.
Can I say 2 things on that
Yes,
beat?
please.
Number one, one of my main mentors told me, you need to, don't impress me as, like, let's say your employee, no, your employer. Don't look to impress me, impress your fellow employees.
Wow.
Because they're the ones who will live here, and they'll be the CEO of, the CFO, the CIO, they'll hold the big positions. And if you did a good job, they'll remember you. You get? So if you have a company and you're offering these services, then they've gotten to that level, they're like, we need to look for a vendor. Yeah, but then Miguel does nini. But if your fellow employees don't even know you're doing a good job, they can't recommend you to any, like, you get?
Yeah.
That was number one. Number two, nimesahau.
Oh dear. It was about the same, along the same.
Yeah, like the
thought.
mentorship. Oh yeah. So if you also want to get like good mentors, put yourself in a position where you're useful. It's like reverse psychology. You get?
Yes.
We won't really like this, but it's like a 48 laws of power type of thing.
Okay.
Where if I want to actually, if I need your help in something, I can just go look at, okay, where does Babs need some help?
Yeah.
I connect you to where you can get that. Then you'll be like, yeah, but then I say something that I need, and you're like, you need that? I know a guy. That's how the world works. Like
It
kindness
does.
is, like when you do something for someone, they also want to do it for you. Most people, not all, but most people. Yeah, it's easier that way. So
No,
also
it's
be
true.
useful.
That is true. And paying it, I mean, it sounds like you pay it
Pay
forward.
it forward. Yeah.
I have a really good colleague who always tells me that, and my friend, like, you have to keep paying it forward, because I mean, the same way somebody got you out of the trenches,
Yes,
you need to get
exactly.
somebody else out.
Even in a Bible sense, nakwanga watu wa Biblia mimi. So it's
The
also,
preacher has checked in.
yeah, so it's also that way. Like, just
Yeah.
do good and it follows you.
Yeah,
There's always something where we always say that it doesn't have, your payment doesn't necessarily have to come with money.
Oh yeah.
You could have been blessed to bless someone else, and through that, God is like, your health will never be a problem. You'll
Mhm.
be okay.
Mhm.
So just pay it forward, and God and the universe always find a way to pay you back.
Mhm.
Yeah, even if it's maybe you are going to some pit,
Mhm.
then they just remove you. You're like, we end you. So
Okay.
it's a thing. Yeah.
Okay. And interesting, I wanted to ask you what advice would you have for your younger self? But I want to ask it differently. What would your older self thank you for now? I mean, what would your older self thank you for doing now? Or what are you
That's a good question. It's always the other way around, yeah?
it's not that you're Gen Z. I can't ask you like what would your younger
But
self
si bado nilikuwa na younger self.
okay, answer it
Si
both
bado
ways.
nilikuwa na younger self.
Answer it both ways.
As much as I'm still children,
I'm still children. Yeah.
I'm still children.
What foundation are you setting for your future self now? What would they thank you for?
Resilience.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's like, you can tell me no, I'll be like, okay, narudi kesho. You know, that resilience type of thing where like,
Yeah.
okay, this one has failed. Okay, we try again, it's
Mhm.
failed. You're like, okay, let's look for another route
Mhm.
that we can still get to do the thing. You know,
Mhm.
the thing is, there is the end goal.
Mhm.
Route 1 doesn't work. We change to route 2, but you
Mhm.
don't change the end goal.
Mm.
You get?
Mhm.
So I think that's one thing he'll be very proud of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good question. I like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and your younger self know that you've insisted that you're still children, even
My
though you're
younger
still
self.
children.
Ningemwambia nini?
Ngemshukuru for what? Or you should.
Oh, to thanking him for what?
Yeah. What did you do that has shaped your
Taking
current?
the risk.
Okay.
Yeah, because starting social media, man,
Oh yeah.
creating content. One thing people don't know is it feels awkward creating content. Here you are a podcast, you're talking to each other. It's a normal conversation, okay?
Yeah.
But ndo niweke ring light pale, niseme acha nianze kudance, ni change outfits. Sometimes I'm in the middle, like, if I'm changing outfits, I'm always in the middle, I'm like, nafanya nini?
You're judging yourself.
Yeah, like what's this? But then I'm like, nah, it's okay. Like, I'm
Mhm.
an entertainer, we
Mhm.
just do it. We
Yeah.
continue. So him taking that risk when we were still in uni is something I'm very grateful for,
Mhm.
because I've experienced a lot of things, and I
Mhm.
just don't want to just put it in terms of finances.
Yeah,
Like,
true.
I've experienced a lot of things.
Mhm.
If it's not for him starting content, I wouldn't be here.
Wow,
You
that
get?
is true.
You
I would
get?
not have met you.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
So it's like a
true.
ripple effect in
Mhm.
terms of I've gone to like parties of like so and so in society.
True.
And why I've gotten there is because they're like, yeah, these guys watch your content. I was like, acha nikwambie tu kweli sahi.
Yeah.
My content
Yeah.
was watched some time back in one of the state houses.
No way.
I'm so serious. And I was
They were
like,
chambuaing it. They're like, this guy.
and I was like, yeah, this guy, because it's like a nephew who was then like,
Oh,
yeah, this is, and I was like, till this day, it makes me feel like,
yeah.
what?
It gets you into rooms.
So sometimes when you see like your video has 5,000 views, the 5,000 consists of haters who just want to know what Babs is doing.
Yeah.
The 5,000 consists of people who you genuinely entertain. They
Yeah.
find you funny or interesting. The 5,000 views contains people who find you very inspiring.
Mhm.
They're like, wow,
Mhm.
Then the other in the 5,000 are people who could be your next clients.
It's true.
That's why we try as much as possible to sichome kwa content.
Oh,
Ati
yeah.
unaongea to anything. No,
Mhm.
just be inclusive. Just talk.
Mhm.
Don't know who's watching.
That
So that's
is
one thing I'm
true.
proud of that guy for.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, that's impressive and
Yeah.
impressive. Do you normally feel awkward when people in real life recognize you?
Not really.
Or where
but
you work.
they give.
Or where you work?
Where I work is that why I don't like people knowing that, there's just something that happened recently. And I was getting to the office and one guy called me. He's like, Mikel, nimekuona mahali. I was like,
No way.
no way. I was like, no. But anyway.
Oh,
Yeah, so I
dear.
find it awkward there.
Yeah.
Like in the workspace, because that persona of Miguel there, this one is different.
Mhm.
But on like outside,
Mhm.
it's quite interesting seeing people. I
Mhm.
feel like they normally come with good comments in terms of, I think the best that I've had, even sometimes I've taken screenshots of it. One day, like I'll just put like up like an art of that, because it really keeps me going. It's like when someone says, especially like for TikTok, my TikTok is quite interesting.
It
My
is.
TikTok is quite interesting. So I find people now, like they can DM and be like, I normally sometimes have bad days, but I just come to your page and like you inspire me and you motivate me, and I'm like, wow, that's good. You know, so that encounter and interaction is always nice. What is weird sometimes is like when you're going out to eat, then people are like,
Like
because
they're wondering
ni
where
huyu ama ni. So sometimes when people don't know your name,
Yeah.
they're like, I've seen you somewhere, but I can't tell where it is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so
You're like, yeah, I know.
like,
I'm that.
no,
I'm that
when they
person.
do that, I'm always like, me? Seen me me? No, it's not me.
Oh my God.
Yeah, if they don't know my name, I'll be like, me? So such, you see, there's maybe they're confusing you. They could be confusing me for like, 3 songs or
Oh wow.
Idris Elba.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they could be confusing me for that. Then
Yeah.
I'm just here, saying that, yeah, I am. Then they're like, oh no, it's not you. So if they don't know your name, where someone to me. Yeah.
Okay. No, but thank you. I think, yeah, your social media has really positive energy by the way.
Thank you.
That's facts.
Thank
That's
you.
facts. And you do give off really good vibes. I think one of my last question would be, oh, Kasirikanga, like, does he get mad? Because he's always like all jovial and happy. Like, what does angry Mikel look like?
I try not to be.
Even in your day-to-day, you don't get mad?
I try. There are people who can make you mad. Like
intentionally, Kwanzaa. Yes.
And I'm always like, they'll make me mad, then that's also another ripple effect. Get? So I get upset, then to Jesus, so you start talking to someone rudely. It doesn't make sense. So I'll be like, go take a breather, go take a walk, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. Listen. For me, it's listening to music.
Oh, okay.
I'm very musical.
Okay.
I think I get it from my folks because they're also very musical. Like they can tell you, they can hear like the guitar.
Ah.
Yeah, so I think that's how I get it. That's why I'm also like, also my music is very versatile. Very versatile. Apart from
your playlist will move from high to low to mid to
I
high.
literally have, I'll show you. I have like different playlists for my mood. So if today I want to listen to classical music, Nanza na Mariah Carey, Always Be My Baby, Apple. I go to hip hop, I'm in Drake. Niskie when the spirit is in me.
Yeah.
I'm like where kule na skills kina Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
City Light. So I literally have everything. But there's one that I love so much. It's called Mama I Made It.
Oh, nice.
That playlist.
Okay.
Yeah. When you listen to that, it's like motivation on steroids.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Every day, I have to start with that playlist. At least like maybe 2 songs then. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to speak to the winner in you,
Yeah.
Because the world is always trying to break you.
That is true.
It might not be doing that intentionally, but they're just things that, you wake up, you're seeing news, people are just weird. So you have to speak to the winner in you. Once you do that, then you let also other people speak into that, then you become a winner. So.
Wow. And on that note, mic drop. I don't think we can continue.
I'm a sapanisimami.
Yeah, I'm like, I think let's end it on that. I wanted to ask something else, but I'm like, no, nothing beats that.
Nikona content.
But yeah. Thank you so much, Mikel, for being here, for trusting me. I know we've just known each other through socials, but I do really appreciate you.
Yeah.
If you ever need any of my support, I will be there when I'm in Kenya.
You see how networking works?
Yes.
An example of how networking works.
Yes.
Be there for people, they'll be there for you.
But it's true. If you calls me for something, I can't say no. Because I'm just like,
alikuwa guest yangu number 2. Do you know number 2 is the best?
Yes. Anyway. I have no room to say no, but thank you so much for being here and your time, and have yourself a good day.
Thank you for having me.
Motivation for money came from the fact that I really wanted to help my mom. Like she was my main motivation. I was like, when I finish, university, I want to get a good job and just like pump her up with money, buy her all the things that she desires and whatnot. So that happened, but money was not a motivation. I think I just wanted to make an impact in people's lives ultimately.